Hi everyone, welcome to Magnificent Mogul. Today I have with me the beautiful Miss Simbi K, the founder of Imani Teas. You can visit her online at imaniteas.com. So Simbi, I initially met you here at Perimeter's Inn. You had a fashion show that was coming up and you had an awesome line of t-shirts that you were featuring at the time. So I want you to tell our guests, what is your fashion line? What entails your fashion line?
Okay, my fashion line is Imani Teas, and basically it is mainly t-shirts. That's where the tees part of it comes from. And my designs are all centered around Africa, like African countries, African themes, African flags, and just like the African heritage. So if it has anything to do with Africa, chances are I do it.
Oh wow,
and
okay.
also, just besides that, I also do custom clothing, so it doesn't have to be specifically like African things. But if you say you have a company logo, you'd like it on a shirt, I can do that. And when I say do that, I mean I can screen print it, or my most popular designs, or 90% of my designs, are hand painted.
Yeah.
So I actually hand paint each and every one, and really that's what makes it unique. That's why Imani Teas is different from other t-shirt lines.
Absolutely. So folks, I actually have one of her t-shirts on right now. And you probably can't see it, but this is fantastic. When I got it in the mail, it's actually hand painted. You can feel the surface of it, and you know that Simbi's heart and soul has been poured into this fashion line. So check her out. She's really a good designer. You are from Zimbabwe, correct?
Correct.
Can you tell us about your transition here to the United States and how that's kind of played into your fashion line?
Yes, of course. I moved here in 2005 with my family, and I was 11 at that time.
Okay.
So I mean, it was at first it was exciting moving to a whole another country. Just it was major culture change,
Yeah.
culture shock, different food, different people, and stuff. But you know, as great as it was, you also miss where you came from. You miss
Yeah.
home, you miss your friends and stuff. So that part of it was hard, and I feel like that's played a very large part in my design. That's why I decided, you know what, I could paint anything, but I want to do something that connects me and my customers back to home.
So you do. What do you miss most about home? I would think that there are some aspects of your home country that automatically get infused into your design. So what do you miss most about it?
I think I miss the culture. It's
Okay.
just the way people like interact, you
Okay.
know, the way people treat each other. It's just everyone. It's just a caring mentality. Like if you see, for example, if you're on a bus and you see a child acting up and you're an adult, it's perfectly okay to chide that child, to say,
Right.
no, you can't do that. That is not okay. And the child won't get offended. Like, who are you to talk to me like that? Like, it's an adult, you know. So you respect them like that, you know. And then it's just, I miss the food. I miss my
Yeah.
family, and
It seems like it would be very family oriented. And, you know, that's one of the major things I noticed when you had your fashion show here at Perimeter's Inn. You know, first of all, when I walked into the room after the event had started, it felt like there was so much of like a family feel in the room, and I had never before felt that. And you guys packed the room out. And it was awesome. I just felt like I was a part of the crowd. So, how does that kind of play into the sale of your designs, like, you know, selling to the African American culture opposed to selling to the African culture? Because
well,
there's a difference. There's sort of a difference there, right?
there is somewhat of a difference, but I choose to ignore it.
Okay.
I just treat all my customers like we're family, like you're
Right.
like it's the same love that goes into making an African person shirt goes into making an African American shirt. Like I'm just trying to break down that little divide,
Yeah.
where
The barrier.
the little barrier that's there, you know, that's one of the main goals of my line, is just to bring everyone together. You know, like you can be African American and wear a Zimbabwe shirt. You can be like Caucasian and wear an African shirt. That's perfectly fine, you know, and that's what I'm trying to do, and it's been working so far. So
Yeah. So what are some specific ways that you had to sort of tailor your marketing?
the thing is, when I bring out new designs, let's say of Africa, I just don't market it to African people. I give it to everyone. Like, you know what do you think about
Okay.
this? Before it even comes out, I give it to some people. Like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? You know.
Good.
And
Okay.
just for everyone, and I mean, there's some specific ones where I make Zimbabwean shirts, and I will give them to Zimbabwean people. But I mean, I'll also put it out to other people that are not Zimbabweans to be like, hey, check this out. I think you kind of like it, and I mean that works, you know. So with that, I feel like if I give like an African shirt to someone who's not from Africa, it kind of sparks their interest, you know, like, okay, you're reaching out, okay? What, like, they want to know more about the culture, they want to know more about Africa, they want to know, like, they have all these questions.
Absolutely.
Which is the goal, you know, connecting people to Africa, letting them know where we're from, what we do, we're connecting people back to their roots, type of stuff like that.
Okay. Can you speak more to, you said that you also have, you do screen printing, and what are the other facets of your business?
I mean, I do screen printing, and just besides T-shirts, it's like if you want a logo on mugs, I can make that happen.
Oh,
I can make
cool.
that
Okay.
happen for you as well. If you want anything custom, really, I can do it. If you have, let's say, pageant dress, which is not regular, like I don't carry those, but I can do things like that. I think the custom side of it is another one that I'm trying to grow more on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just so that, yes, it will still be hand painted, or it can be screen printed if you like, but it's just expanding, you know, and also just growing. Just, yes, I will always have the Imani T side of it, but I mean, I'm also trying to grow. I'm also growing as a designer just to go into other forms of fashion.
Right. I'm very impressed. I went to the website. You know, I'm a graphic designer, and I'm into the marketing design thing. So I went to the website and I was impressed. And she has her clothing on that website. She has multiple designs. You can pick different sizes. You can pick different designs. It's for men and women. So you all really need to go out there and check out her website. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Was there ever a moment where you wanted to give up?
Oh, yes, many times. I started Imani Teas when I was 17.
Okay.
So at times it was just, I mean, it was hard from the beginning. It was fun for maybe like a week or 2 weeks until I actually realized that like this is a business. You know, there's so much that goes into it. There's shipping, there's customer service, you have to do inventory, you have to get all this stuff, like move all these pieces together. And that was kind of a lot for my 17-year-old mind.
Yes.
Like, I mean, making the art, yes, I could do that.
Right,
but then now
right.
you have to ship it. Now you have to like do taxes, all this
Yes.
stuff. And at some point, I was just like, you know what, I could just stop for now and maybe resume when I'm 25 when I have like a bigger, like when I'm smarter, or my brain is a little bit bigger and can handle this stuff.
Right.
But it was just, I'm glad I did it because it's just like, yes, it started out kind of rough and shaky, but I mean, you grow and you build and you
Right.
build. And that's really what's gotten me to where I am today.
So you built the foundation when you were
Yes.
17, took a
Yes.
break, and then you stepped back into
No, I didn't take a break. I wanted to take a break, but I didn't. I just
Okay.
kept going through
All right.
it, and it worked out.
Good deal. Good deal. That's one of the major things that always sticks out with every entrepreneur is the idea to never give up and to just stick with it every inch of the way. So Simbi is definitely doing that. So I wish you luck in the future, and I know your endeavors are going to get even bigger. And just keep doing it. So I asked you about the other facets of your business, but I'm sure you still have an ultimate vision for your business. So what's the ultimate vision? Where do you see it eventually going in total?
The goal is to have it be a household name. You know, I
Gotcha.
feel like wherever you are in the world, you can mention the brands like, you know, Ralph Lauren or
Yeah.
Versace, and people like, oh, I'm familiar with that. You know, that's the huge goal. But I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's
No,
what I'm
that's
aiming
good.
for. You know,
Yeah.
because it's like when I tell someone about Imani Teas, you know, if they know me, they're like, all right, I'm familiar with it. But I want it to be where a stranger, if I mention Imani Teas to a stranger, they can be like, oh yeah, I've heard about it, or I've seen it before. You know, type of stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Just to expand, and like I'm already international, but I'm trying to go more places. Like with take my brand to more places, to more countries. You know, just to reach more people. That's the goal.
Gotcha. You plan on doing any more fashion shows?
Yes, I mean, I'm thinking about it. It's a
Okay.
lot of. This one was my first one, and a lot of. I mean, I expect it to be a lot of work, a lot of planning to go into it. But that's another one. There's a lot of moving pieces
Yes.
that you have to bring together. So yes, in the future there'll be more fashion shows or more exhibits, type of stuff like that.
Good deal. Good deal. So I'm gonna lighten it up at the end. So speaking of your African heritage, I've never been to Africa. So I'd like for you to tell me when I go to Africa, tell me what's the first stop I need to make.
You need to go to Zimbabwe, yes,
Okay.
and you have to go to Victoria Falls because one,
Okay.
it's great. Second, it's one of the seven wonders of the world, and I mean, you have to. You can't go to Africa and not go to Zimbabwe and Victoria Falls.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much, Simbi, for participating in this interview with Magnificent Mogul. Again, visit her online at imanites.com. That's EMANITEES.com. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I was glad to be part of this interview. Thank you, Damon. Tatenda Zuguru, no, I miss him. I won this interview. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ale